Hello, lovely soul. Today's S.H.I.N.E Self-Healthcare Integrating New Energies practice is a self-acupressure treatment to help balance the water element energies in your body, mind, and emotions. Today's practice is working on bladder 10 points. I'll demonstrate those in a moment, but first of all, let you know the benefits. Bladder 10 points are acupressure points located at the base of your skull on either side of your spine. They're known as the still points. In other words, they have the ability to still your mind, to calm an excess ruminating, obsessing, busy brain, which is a very common imbalance with the water elemental energies. It's a wonderful treatment to do if you suffer with anxiety. Again, a common imbalance when those water element energies are not flowing as they need to be through your body. It's also great for fear. And fear is the emotion connected to your water element energies. It's great for if you are in emotional distress of any kind, because it helps to release excess thought and excess worry from the brain. This is also a wonderful self-acupressure treatment for depression. When the water element energies become depleted or deficient from a Chinese medicine perspective, they literally bottom out. And it's natural to feel depressed and tired and fatigued. And if you suffer with that, you'll know that that oftentimes comes with a very heavy feeling, trudging through molasses, foggy, unable to concentrate. You just want to withdraw and go within. So this particular treatment is really helpful for depression. It can also help tremendously with insomnia. And I'm going to show it to you laying down once I've shown you where the points are, because this is a wonderful thing to do for yourself before you go to sleep at night. It will help to calm your brain down and open up that bladder channel that starts on the inner corner of your eyes and goes all the way down either side of your back, of your spine, goes through your butt, all the way down the back of your legs and ends in your little toes. It's a super long energy meridian that it's no wonder it can become imbalanced. So this is a great way of helping open up that channel. To locate it, we're going to use the middle fingers, not the thumbs, because your thumbs are fire element. Your thumbs connect you to the element of fire. We don't want to put more heat up into our head than is already up there. I think it was a Buddhist monk that said that when he came to America, he thought that everybody had no body, that there was just a bunch of floating heads walking around. And the reason being was, he said, they were so disconnected from their physical body. Everything was going on up here and they weren't rooted down into their bodies. And because he could see energy, that's what it looked like to him, was just a bunch of floating heads. So This really helps to bring you out of the mind and into your body. We use the middle fingers because they're connected to the ether element, and they get very misused in our society in the wrong ways. I kind of find it interesting. It's almost like the shadow aspect of the middle fingers, which are actually connected to all that is. They're actually connected to the ether element, to God, to Great Spirit, to the heavens, to the cosmos, and the universal consciousness of all that is. So this is the light aspect of our middle fingers. They also connect to our pericardium channel. And the pericardium channel is a channel that starts on the tip of your middle fingers on both sides, comes up the inside of your arm, and ends on your chest here. It comes up the inside, connects with your heart, because the pericardium is the fluid-filled sac that surrounds and protects your heart from damage, from physical damage. So connecting our middle fingers to self-acupressure points, we're actually connecting to our heart energy, the seat of our soul, our essence, our S.H.I.N.E, as it's known in Chinese medicine, is housed in the heart. And if you suffer with anxiety or insomnia or panic attacks, or even sometimes in depression, you may notice that you have heart palpitations. And that's because the spirit, the soul within the heart, has been disturbed, but it's also connected to your kidney health. And when the water element becomes deficient and the kidneys become depleted, it affects the bladder meridian, which we're going to be working on. Those two work together. And it affects that whole flow of fluids through your body. So this is a great treatment for a stiff neck. Your upper trapezius muscle that's on your upper back and comes and connects into your cervical vertebrae in your neck, where we'll be working, is connected to your kidney meridian, as are your hip flexors, as are the supporting muscles along your spine, your erector spinae, that allow for that fluidity and undulating movement to happen in your spine. So this is wonderful if you tend to get headaches that start at the back or base of your skull here. And the way that I find it easiest to locate, I'm going to turn around so you can see, is to find your spine, to come on up and to just rest your elbows out to the side for a moment with your 3 main fingers rested at the base of the skull, and you can tip your head forwards and back, and you will naturally fall into 2 indentations at the base of your skull here. Those are your bladder 10 points, acupressure points, acupuncture points. So that's where they're located. So before you lay down, just placing your hands with elbows out to the side, and find those 2 still points, those bladder 10 points. You can do this sitting up. You can hold those points, but you can see how it would be easy for your arms to get tired very quickly. And oftentimes when you're feeling any of those issues or symptoms that I described, You may not feel like holding your arms up. Your arms might feel heavy and tired. So we're going to lay down to do this. You can either lay on the floor or you can lay on your bed. This is a great thing to do, like I say, before you go to bed, or if you wake up and you're feeling out of sorts. Make sure your feet are covered and warm. The kidney and bladder channels don't like to get cold. That's why it's so important to keep the feet warm and the lower back warm. You want a pillow beneath your knees. The reason being for this is that we want to allow the hip flexors to relax where the kidney channel comes up. Knees are a little bit wider than my hips. You can rest your head on a pillow if you wish. You can have it flat if that feels better for you. But we're going to take the middle fingers. We're going to apply them just into those points. Again, you can tilt your neck up and down a little bit. Elbows out to the side. You can rest your elbows onto extra pillows if it feels uncomfortable. And you're not pushing on the points with your middle fingers. You're applying an intention of pressure towards your spine. And if you have any disc issues like disintegration or degeneration of the discs in your neck, you don't want to press hard at all. It's all about the electromagnetic current in your fingers is doing all the work. And with this particular one, what you can do is just roll your head from side to side and apply gentle pressure using the weight of your head on your middle fingers, with a little bit of pressure coming from the middle fingers themselves. You can use your breath. Inhaling fresh oxygen into the points. Exhaling as you roll your head over to the other side. Inhaling into the bladder 10 point. Exhaling over to the other side. Inhaling into the acupressure point. Exhaling as you come over to the other side. And it only takes about 3 to 5 minutes of working on these bladder 10 points, your still points, and you will start to notice the energy starts to move downwards, out of your head, into your body, back to where it belongs. I'm going to finish off by explaining that if you are unable to lift your arms up due to nerve issues, frozen shoulder, I've had all of those. I wasn't able to raise my arms above my shoulders and do that for nearly 3 years. I have great compassion for you. So what you can do instead is get 2 tennis balls, put them into a sock and tie the ends so that they're tight in there. And you can place the 2 tennis balls underneath those points. Just be very careful to not push directly on the bones of your spine, your vertebrae. But you can place the tennis balls there, and you can do the forward and back motion, and you can do a little side to side motion on them too. And that will also help to release those issues that we talked about earlier. So enjoy working with those very potent bladder 10 points. And the next time that you maybe wake up during the night, you can work on those points, or when you're just feeling way too scattered and you need to come back into your body.